Hello, students. Fellow students, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time you are watching this lesson. I hope we all are doing great and keeping safe, and we're also taking our online studies seriously. Once more, you're welcome to today's lesson. I am teacher Ojang Alvis, your English teacher. Without much ado, I'm going to take you right away to our lesson for today. Today we're going to be talking about we're going to start a new lesson, and here we would be talking about planet, and that would involve how our planet. Then before we continue, I will call on you to have your book and your pen with you to write down some vocabulary and take down some notes when necessary. Okay, make sure you have a book. See, this is mine, and make sure you also have a pen. Okay, all right, you're welcome. Be settled. So we are going to talk about planet, how our planet Earth in particular, because that is the planet we live in, and it is the only planet that supports life because it have oxygen and trees. Okay, so and that is a planet we live in, and is the only planet that supports life, just as I mentioned earlier. So you are welcome for this lesson today. How could we, or how can we help our planet? Do you have any idea how we can help our planet Earth? We can help our planet by keeping it clean, make sure it is free from a lot of waste and a lot of carbon dioxide being emitted into the atmosphere. When we reduce the amount of carbon emitted or released into the atmosphere, we are helping our planet. When we plant a lot of trees, our environments are green. We are helping our planet to keep it safe. When we avoid cutting down trees, okay, we are helping our planet. When we avoid burning trees and places, we are helping our planet. When we also avoid to litter our environment with waste, we are helping our planet, isn't it? So let's come together and help keep our planet safe. Before we continue, let us listen to this beautiful planet song. Are you ready? Oh, yes. All right, that's good. And here we go.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to my class. Today, we are going to talk about where we live. Did you know that we actually live on a planet in space? I know, right? It's so cool. Do you know the name of our planet? Very smart. Planet Earth. And do you know how many planet Earths we have? That is correct. Only one. And that is why it is so important that we respect the planet and we treat everyone and everything with kindness. Now, I am going to teach you a song that is about planet Earth. Let's see what we can do. Save the planet for me and you. Let's see what we can do. Save the planet for me and you. P.H. Planet Earth is a happy place. P.H. Planet Earth is a happy place. Na 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 na. Let's see what we can do to save the planet for me and you. Let's see what we can do to save the planet for me and you. He is for environment, it's clean. If we stand together, we'll make the best team. A is for the animals we love, swimming and walking and flying above. Na 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 na. Let's see what we can do to save the planet for me and you. Let's see what we can do to save the planet for me and you. R is for recycle or use it again. Separate your trash into the right bin. T is for traveling every day. Leave the car and rather walk this way. Na 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 na. Let's see what we can do to save the planet for me and you. Let's see what we can do to save the planet for me and you. H is for humans, that's what we are. If we work together, we can go so far. P.H. Planet Earth is a happy place. Na 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 na. Let's see what we can do to save the planet for me and you. Let's see what we can do to save the planet for me and you. Let's see what we can do to save the planet for me and you. Let's see what we can do to save the planet for me and you.
All right. That was beautiful. I hope you like it. I did love it. I hope you do. Let's see what we can do to save the planet for me and you, for humans, for animals, for the environment, and for every living thing in our planet Earth. That was a beautiful song. Okay, so with that, let's see what we have next in our list. Help our planet. Okay, so look at the picture. What can you see? What can you see, please? Look at this. What can you see? Okay, for me, I can see, let's see how many persons are there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 persons. Okay, all right, so let's look at it again. What else can we see? We can see cars, right? How many cars are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 cars. Okay, what else can we see? We can see the garbage can, isn't it? Okay, so how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, what else can we see? We can see litter, see bottles here. Somebody left the litter here or the bottles, which is not correct. It was supposed to be inside the garbage can. All right, and we can see, is this a cat or a dog? You can see a dog, isn't it? And then we can see a beautiful environment. You can also see the traffic light, right? Okay. So that is what we can see in this slide. Now, let's go to our next slide and see what it has for us. And what can you see? What animal can you see? How many cars are there in the picture? Are there any taxis in the street? What is the man in the white shirt doing? Can you see a bus stop? All right. So let's respond to these answers. How many animals can you see? How many animals can you see? 3. How many cars are there in the picture? There are 4 cars. There are 4 cars. Okay. Are there any taxis in the street? Yes, there are. 1, 2. So there are 2 taxis in the street. Are there any taxis in the street? Are there any taxis in the street? Yes, they are. There are taxis in the street. So we know try to fix it a little bit. Okay. What animals can you see? What animal can you see? I can see a dog. Okay. So we've done that little correction and we can proceed. What animal can you see? I can see a dog. How many cars are there in the picture? There are 4 cars. Are there any taxis in the street? Yes, there are. What is the man in the white shirt doing? He is talking. He is asking a woman some question. Can you see a bus stop? No, I can't. Because there is no bus stop, isn't it? So let's see here. when we look here, there isn't any bus stop at all. Rather, we have a traffic light. Okay. And here we have a dog. I can see a dog. How many cars are there in the picture? There are 4 cars. We've counted them already. Are there any taxis on the street? Yes, there are. We saw 2 taxis, right? What is the man in the white shirt doing? He's asking a woman some questions. Can you see a bus stop? No, I can't. All right. Okay, let's move to our next slide. Now we're going to listen, point, and repeat. Listen, point, and repeat. Okay, and here we go.
Mile 5, Unit 5. Help our planet.
Students book Unit 5, Lesson 1. Exercise 1. Listen, point, and repeat.
Newspaper.
Newspaper.
Bottle.
Bottle.
Can.
Can.
Glass.
Glass.
Paper.
Paper.
Plastic bag.
Plastic bag.
Rubbish.
Rubbish.
Bin.
Bin.
Recycle.
Recycle. Okay, so we're going to listen again one more time, please. Listen, repeat, and say after me. Newspaper. Bottle. Can. Glass. Paper. Plastic bag. Rubbish. Bin. Recycle. Okay. So these are some of the vocabulary we are going to be seeing them interchangeably during the course of the lesson. Make sure you go through them as many times as possible until you have a good mastery of the pronunciations. Okay, now let's listen again and match the words with the answers on the option B.
1. We read them. 1.
Listen and match.
1. We read them. 2. We write on this. It is in your notebook. 3. We put rubbish in them. 4. They can be plastic or glass. We buy water and other drinks in them. 5. They are from the market. We put our shopping in them. 6. They are metal. They're used for food and drink.
All right. Now, listen and repeat after me. 1. We read them. 2. We write on these. It's in your notebook. 3. We put rubbish in them. 4. They can be plastic or glass. We buy water and other drinks in them. They are from the market. We put our shopping in them. They are metal. They are used for food and drinks. So let's see these words, because when you use them to match with the sentences. We have A, bins. B, plastic bags. Repeat after me. A, bins. B, plastic bags. C, bottles. D, newspapers. E, cans. F, paper. All right. So let's see how we could match them with their sentences. We read them. So what is it that we read? That should be newspapers, isn't it? That's very smart of you, newspapers. 2 says, we write on these. It's in your notebook. So what is it? Should be this, isn't it? So the answer is what? F, paper. Paper. Okay. 3, we put rubbish in them. We put rubbish in them. What is it that we put rubbish in them? That should be bins, isn't it? Garbage bins. So bins, which is this one. 4, they can be plastic or glass. We buy water and other drinks in them. That is cans. This cans, isn't it? All right, that's great. Next, number 5 says, they are from the market. We put our shopping in them. So what is that? Plastic bags, isn't it? Plastic bags. These are plastic bags. And number 6 says, they are metal. They are used for food and drink. They are metal. They are used for food and drink. Okay. So we have cans. While this wasn't cans, it's supposed to be bottles. We said that they can be plastic or glass. We buy water and other drinks in there. So bottles, sorry. So this was bottles. Number 4 is bottles. And the last one, they are metals. They are used for food and drinks. That should be cans. Okay. All right. So I hope you go through this gradually, carefully, until you understand the content of this slide. With that being said, I will take you guys to our next slide. And here we go. All right. Here we're going to listen and tick. We have things they do to help the planet. We have May, Harry, Anna, Ben. They do things to help the planet, which are 1, recycle glass bottles. 2, reuse plastic bags. 3, put rubbish in the bin. 4, recycle newspapers. 5, recycle cans. 6, read on 2 sides of papers. Sorry, 6, write on 2 sides of paper. 7, save water. My recycled glass bottles and cans. May recycles glass bottles and cans. Now let's listen and tick the activities that are being done by each of these individuals. All right, so let's start with the listening exercise.
Bottles and cans. Listen and exercise 3. Listen and tick. May, what do you do to help the planet? Well, I recycle glass bottles and cans. Okay, it's good to recycle things. Anything else? And I always write on two sides of a piece of paper.
Okay, thank you. Now, Harry, what about you?
Well, I put rubbish in the bin and I recycle newspaper.
That's good, Harry. Anything else?
I don't throw away plastic bags. I've saved them and used them again.
That's good, Harry. Now, Ben, what do you do to help the earth?
I recycle cans and save water. I have a very quick shower.
Very good, Ben. What about the rubbish? Do you throw the rubbish on the playground?
No, I don't. I put it in the bin.
That's good. And now, Anna, do you help the earth?
Yes, miss. I recycle newspapers, cans, and glass bottles.
You recycle newspapers, cans, and glass bottles. That's great.
And I always put rubbish in the bin.
That's fantastic, Anna. Well done.
That's fantastic, Anna. Well done. So those are the activities that each and every one of them do in order to help our planet. So let's listen again and then try to pick the activities that each and every one of them is doing in order to help our planet. So we're going to listen one more time. And this time around, we're going to try to put a tick on the activities that they are doing to help the planet Earth.
Listen and tick. May, what do you do to help the planet?
Well, I recycle glass bottles and cans.
Okay, it's good to recycle things. Anything else?
And I always write on two sides of a piece of paper.
Okay, thank you. Now, Harry, what about you?
Well, I put rubbish in the bin and I recycle newspaper.
That's good, Harry. Anything else?
I don't throw away plastic bags. I've saved them and used them again.
That's good, Harry. Now, Ben, what do you do to help the earth?
I recycle cans and save water. I have a very quick shower.
Very good, Ben. What about the rubbish? Do you throw the rubbish on the playground?
No, I don't. I put it in the bin.
That's good. And now, Anna, do you help the earth?
Yes, miss. I recycle newspapers, cans, and glass bottles.
You recycle newspapers, cans, and glass bottles. That's great.
And I always put rubbish in the bin.
That's fantastic, Anna. Well done.
Okay. May. Recycle glass bottles. Recycle cans. Write on two sides of paper. So these are activities that May do carry out to help the planet. Harry. Reuse plastic bags. Harry. Put rubbish in the bin. Harry. Recycle newspapers. Okay. Next, Anna. Recycle glass bottles. Put rubbish in the bin. Recycle newspapers. Ben. Anna, recycle cans. Ben, put rubbish in the bin. Recycle cans. Save water. Okay, so this is how May, Harry, Anna, and Ben help the planet by doing these following activities. Okay, let's move to our next slide. Here we're going to read and complete these gaps We're going to read about Peter and Rose, and then we use the information here to fill in the gaps. Peter, do you always throw away so much rubbish? So let's read together. Listen, repeat, and say. Peter, do you always throw away so much rubbish? Rose, yes, I do. Peter, well, think before you throw it away. You can use some of it again. Rose, what rubbish do you reuse? Peter, I reuse coffee jars to store sugar or sweets. I reuse plastic bags as rubbish bags around my house. Rose, and what about these envelopes? Peter, I use them as scraps paper to make notes on. Rose, how about these newspapers? Peter, I put them in recycling bins. Some people will recycle them. Okay. All right. So now let's try to use this information and fill in the blanks. We have 1. Can you use jars to dash sweets? Can you use jar to dash sweets? 2. Can you use plastic bags as dash? 3. You can use all envelopes to dash. 4. Put all newspapers in the dash. 5. Reuse means use dash. Okay, so let's see if we could fill these gaps with the information we have here. You can use jars to dash sweets, store sweet, because reuse of coffee jars to store sugar or sweets. So you can use jars to store sweets. So we have the answer here. Store sweets or sugar. Store. Number 2, you can use plastic bags as, okay, so what is it? It says, throw away your rubbish. I reuse plastic bags as rubbish bags around the house. So you can use plastic bags as rubbish bags around my house, around the house. So you can use plastic bags as rubbish bags, okay? As rubbish bags. You can use old envelopes too. Okay, so here it says that. And what about envelopes? I use them as scrap papers to make notes. So you can use all envelopes to make notes on. You can use all envelopes to make notes on. Okay, make notes on. All right. Next is put all newspaper in there. Okay. How about these newspapers? I put them in recycle bins. Put newspapers in the recycle bins. Put all newspapers in the recycle bins. So we have here recycle bins. Okay. And here it says reuse means use them again. I put some in the recycle bin. Some people will recycle them. So 5 says reuse means used again. Used again. That is the meaning of the word reuse. What you can reuse again. Okay, so reuse means used again. That is it. Okay. Store. You can use jars to store sweets. You can use plastic bags as bin bags. You can use old envelopes to make notes on. Put all newspaper in the recycle bin. Reuse means use again. Okay, hope you understood this concept and you understood the content of this page and you could go over it over and over until you grab the mastery of the content. With that, we move to our next slide, which is the end of the lesson for today. We don't want to make it lengthy, so we'll make it short and brief. Thank you for being available. Until then, I would see you guys again next week. Goodbye.